The television talk show Issues sitting here again, like I promised you, we was going to have Shannon Miller on the show, and he's going to be talking about, should I say Shannon Reed? I keep saying Shannon Miller. It's Reed. It's all the same. Yeah. We're live here, and we're talking to some of the greatest boxers in the Golden Triangle area and beyond. So a lot goes on in the Golden Triangle that people don't have a clue about, but we just had a recent fight here that took place here at the Trotter Convention Center in Columbus, Mississippi. Welcome to the show, Shannon. How you feeling?
I feel good, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, we're glad to have you on the show. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. I see you got one of your ones there.
Yeah, you know, this is the future.
This the future. What's his name?
Shannon Reed.
Shannon Reed. How you doing, Shannon? He know his name. He looked around. Right. Hey, man, the gentleman that you fought last week, had you seen him before a fight, or had you ran across him in the past fighting?
Well, I seen him, you know, around the fight circuit. You know, he out of Texas, so, you know, I've been around a while, so I seen him. You know, but, you know, he was a pretty good fighter, I thought. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't put forth the effort that I thought he was going to put forth, but, you know, I trained as if,
you know, like as if he was Tyson or somebody.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so what's your actual record now over the years? What's your record now?
Man, I've been fighting so long.
Well, can you give me a hypothetical number, maybe?
I mean, man, I had over 100 fights.
Over 100 fights.
You know
so in the last 2 or 3 years, what would your record stand to be?
Oh, in the last 3 years, probably about 6-3.
6-3. How many knockouts were there?
Well, when I win, I tend to knock them out.
You tend to knock them out, that's the plan?
And when I'm not prepared, you know what I'm saying, I had these long, drawn-out battles, and sometimes I come up on the losing end of those. Okay. Because I didn't prepare.
Right.
But by this fight being here in Columbus,
you had to bring your A game.
I had plenty of notice.
Right.
You know, I had 2 months notice. A lot of times in the fight game, they'll call you short notice.
At the last minute.
Hey, you want to take this fight? And me, I fight for money, so I take it.
Right, okay.
You know, but I was glad I had a chance to prepare properly, and I got the proper results because I prepared.
Okay, so your dad, Oliver Miller, you watching him do the kickboxing, and you know, was that your idol? I know he had to be your idol, but did that encourage you even more to want to be a boxer? Because I know you do the MMA as well, right?
I've done it all. To be honest with you, man, coming up as a kid, you know, I did martial arts.
Right.
And I watched my dad. So yeah, he was my everything. I can't even lie. He was everything.
Right.
So, you know, just to do what he did made me feel like I was doing something. So yeah.
Okay, so outside of that box there, who's your famous? Who you?
A lot of fighters, a guy that a lot of people don't talk about. Pernell Whitaker.
Okay.
And if y'all, you know, he on YouTube, just Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker. He's one of the best fighters that I've ever seen. You know, next to Muhammad Ali. Right. He is probably the best fighter I've ever seen. I know you got a Roy Jones out there. Right. You got Mayweather, but if y'all take time to look at Pernell Whitaker and some of the highlights, I think y'all be amazed by it also. Okay, we'll be right back in just a moment after these commercial breaks with Shannon here. We're talking about the fight he had, talking about some of his idols and so many other things that are taking place here in the Golden Triangle area. And his son here, he's on deck and he's having a great time. He's a busybody, man, and I tell you, hey, nothing like showing love with your kids doing interviews, because you might never get this moment again. It's a television talk show, Issues. Issues. The television talk show Issues. Once again, if you want to check us out each and every Saturday morning at 6:30 a.m. If you have direct TV, set your DVRs, Channel 5, CW Plus. If you want to check us out on Sunday nights on My Mississippi at 10 p.m. You can check us out on cable TV. And again, we're here with Shannon Miller Reed. He's here, and we're having a great time along with his son, and he's enjoying himself as well, man. We're talking about the previous fight that just took place here a while ago, and I tell you, Shannon, what happened at the end of the fight when the actual manager, did the manager throw the towel in, or who threw the towel in? Well, First
you
off,
knew that question was coming, right?
I did, and it was my fault. The manager threw the towel in, you know. And sometimes you have fighters who they just come to make their money. And you know, I was putting on him a little bit, but I don't. He's a veteran,
right?
So
he knew better.
Well, he could have took more. I feel like he could have did more. You know what I'm saying? But
entertained to get
you know,
people more
trying to put on the show,
right?
You know,
Right.
the main event,
right?
So they threw the towel in, and I know better.
Right,
I kicked the towel.
You kicked the towel,
and
I watched it on Facebook because I would have been there commutating because I had talked previously, but I was already booked in West Point to do a play, so I couldn't make it. So again, I saw you kick the towel out of the ring, and when you kicked that towel, what was you indicating? What was you saying? What was
I worked too hard for you to tap out.
Tap out so easily. So was it the first round or the second round?
It was the second round. It pretty much entered the second round. And you know, I put forth a lot of effort getting ready for that fight, man. Right. And I'll finally get a chance to show
your people
that I am what I say I am. And
right.
You know, I didn't want him to take that from me.
Right.
But on the real side, I should have been more.
Right, it's understood.
I should have held my composure.
Right,
more,
right.
Because if my son or one of my fighters had done it, I would have.
You've been upset. Yeah, right.
So being a man about it, I was wrong.
Okay.
I shouldn't have done that.
Right.
And it caused a reaction from my family. First, it caused a reaction from his trainer.
Right.
So his trainer said something. And I'm already turned up.
Yeah.
We got face to face, and when that happened,
the whole Sandfield jumped in the ring. Sandfield, Mississippi, one time for y'all out there.
And we got enough going on in our city,
right,
to mess up a positive thing.
Right.
So for that, I apologize, and that, you know, that won't happen again.
Okay, now that's what you call a true fighter, a real professional guy, to actually apologize to the people, the fans, and the city of Columbus that took place. And he's saying that will never happen again because he wouldn't want the people who are coming under him to take place and do the same things. And I understand you got a passion for kids. And what I mean by kids, people who are in the industry who really can't afford to be trained or can't afford to work out, you know, because your dad owned Miller's Taekwondo, where he actually trained kids from the age of 3 all the way up. What is your take on dealing with kids and kids who are trying to, you know, become something?
Well, what we got going on, a lot of our kids don't see the outside of their blocks.
Right.
And they might not have a father figure or a parent that can afford to put them in an extracurricular activity, you know, such as boxing.
Right.
And I'm not rich.
Right.
But I wish I could find a way
to help
them, like get them involved. You know, find them a sponsor, not to pay me, but to
pay for the service,
to pay for what the things they might need, or to sign them up for USA Boxing. Because I believe there's some champions in this street. You know what I'm saying? A lot of champions out there we never get a chance to meet.
And in other words, you're saying put the guns down and put your hands up.
Put your hands up, and I think the parents got to take more of an initiative to sacrifice going to the club, you know,
and buying
their cigarettes or buying their weed
and their Jordans,
you know, and put their kid, you know, in something that's gonna get them up out the hood. You know what I'm saying? So
understood.
And I'm gonna try to put something together where I can.
Well, you know what? I want to try to help you. I want to put the information out there. Do you have a number that they can reach you or your dad to? Could you tell the people the number? Area code first.
662-245-9693. And you can get me on Facebook, you know, Shannon Reed. You know, you can just inbox me. If you got a kid, you know what I'm saying, or even a daughter that's interested in fighting, you know, all martial arts. And
or just physical training.
Physical training. We can see if it's a way that we can get them involved, you know, even if they can't afford it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
well, Shannon, man, I really appreciate the time you took out. And again, you got your family here on board with you, man. That's a beautiful thing, something positive. And he got his hands up. He's ready to box himself. Now, could you look in the camera and say issues?
Issues.
We're live and we'll be back shortly. More exciting things going on here with the television talk show Issues. We're on in 4 states, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, and Arkansas. And we want you to be a part of whatever's going on in your world and in our world. If you have an issue, if you want us in your city or your town, give us a call at 662-386-6064 or email us at issuestalkshow@gmail.com, or either follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. We're live with the television talk show Issues.